Hi, I'm back again with another 10 questions for your Program Management Certification PgMP exam. We have a playlist of 170 questions already. If you have not checked it, check it. You can find the reference in the description of this video. And in this video, I'm starting with question number 171. Now, 171 onwards, for a while, I am focusing on artifacts. So we are talking about, oh, should we use business case? Should we use benefits management plan? Should we use benefits register? That kind of topics. But I will keep mapping these questions also with program lifecycle, with strategic alignment, like program domains, as well as the task which you have in your exam content outline for PGMP exam. So let's start with question number 171. A multinational corporation has launched a strategic program to streamline its supply chain operations by integrating an advanced ERP system across multiple business units. During the program execution, a key stakeholder from the finance department raises a concern about the clarity of expected financial benefits and their measurement approach. Which document can help the program manager? So probably you got an idea that we are already in program execution, which means you are in a program delivery phase, most likely. And the question is basically coming from a stakeholder. Yeah, that's you need to take care of it. And you also understand it is something related to benefits. Yeah. Where do I find the benefits management related approach? Yeah, that's the question. Probably you already know the answer. When you know that question is asking about the approach related topic, most likely I will select benefits management plan, and that's the answer here. You need to choose the benefits management plan. Now, why not benefits register? If the question asking that I want to see the ongoing benefits and where we are on a given stage as per our current state of the program, then I will go for benefits register. But the question is basically talking about the approach. Now, though it's a artifact or a document related question, you can map it to domains like benefits management, because we have a task which focuses on that you need to document the benefits realization plan, which talks about what are the measurement criteria and how are we going to monitor it over a period of time. In a program lifecycle also, you have a specific task which talks about develop the benefits management plan, which focuses on integration, transition, sustainment, and ensure all administrative, commercial, and contractual obligations are getting met upon program completion. Strategic alignment, it also talks about quantifying, qualifying the benefits and putting them into a benefits management plan. So overall, you know that yes, basically I can make a decision just based on the options as well. But whenever the approach and process or how to manage benefit is coming, I can go for benefits management plan. Yeah. I believe this question should be considered as a fairly simple question, because you get the idea about the approach and you can easily choose the benefits management plan. If it is becoming complex question for you, then probably you need to prepare, yeah, because this is a very, very simple question. Question number 172. You are leading a digital banking transformation program aimed at modernizing a bank's online and mobile banking services. The program was initiated 2 years ago with the following strategic objective: enhancing customer experience with AI-driven chatbot, increasing transaction security with biometric authentication, reducing operational cost by automating manual processes. So there are some strategic objectives for which the bank has initiated the digital transformation program 2 years ago. Okay. The program has now reached to its final stage. Okay, and the steering committee is preparing to evaluate whether the program should be officially closed. Which document should stakeholder refer to evaluate how well the program has met the approved strategic objective, the promised financial and operational benefits, and the program results against its initial justification? Yeah. So we are at a program closure phase. The critical review of the program is happening, and the stakeholder wants to see that how well it has really materialized the strategic objective, benefits, and is it really doing what it was meant for? Like, is it really meeting the justification for which we have approved this particular program? Yeah. Now, this could be a little tricky question because there could be many sources which may have this information. For example, the strategic objectives are there in your program charter as well. It's there in your program level benefits management plan as well. Yeah. it is there in a business case as well. Yeah, so there are multiple places where strategic objective can be found. The benefits, what were the benefits and what are the baselinings of the benefits, can be found in your benefits management plan. The ongoing benefit is available in a benefits register as well. The current benefit register gives you current state of the benefits as well. The program level justification and initial justification, that is definitely pointing to the business case. So here, if I just try to bifurcate it, we can easily rule out benefits register, because the objective of benefits register is focusing on ongoing status of the benefits. Yeah, so we can easily ignore governance plan. In a way, governance plans guides you how to do a program closure, that's there. But in this particular case, we are not focusing on how possibly we should govern the program closure. We are focusing on analyzing success by evaluating the strategic objective met, benefits realized, and the justification. Yeah, so governance plan can also be ignored. Now the comparison remains between benefits management plan and the business case. Though the benefits management plan is also a baseline document, it does contain the idea of what is the approved benefits, but it is not much focusing on justification. And the primary purpose of benefits management plan is helping you to have an approach for managing benefits. It is not meant primarily for making critical decisions and evaluating, have we achieved this and have we not achieved this. When we are focusing on taking the decision about a particular big change or about closing the program, and we want to say that, okay, where we are, what we started, why we started this particular program, and what we have achieved out of it. If that feeling is coming, you can go for business case. Yeah. So this particular question, in my view, should have an answer which is going to a business case. I feel this is little tricky, and some of you may not agree with my answer as well. But I personally believe you should be able to at least choose a candidate document here, business case and benefits management plan. And then you can critically talk about going back to the question. You can say strategic objective, benefits promised, and then focusing on initial justification. Then probably you can understand the overall intent of the document, and hopefully that can help you in choosing the business case for this particular question. Now, as usual, these questions are also mapped to your exam content outline. So we have a strategic domain, task 5, which talks about evaluate the program business case to develop, validate, and assess the program objective, priority, feasibility, readiness. And in this particular question, the program manager was basically performing conduct program closure within the boundaries of the governance framework. Yeah, that's a governance framework, definitely play a role. But inside the boundaries of a governance framework, I was doing something else. Yeah, so that way I can also understand it is relevant, but not the right answer for this particular question. Question number 173. A large healthcare organization is implementing a digital transformation program to improve patients' data management and reduce operational inefficiencies. Okay. Midway through the execution, the program sponsor requests a consolidated view of decision-making process, escalation path, and compliance requirement to ensure alignment with corporate policies. Yeah. Which document can help the program manager? Now, if you have prepared the program management standard well, if you have read the program management standard well, this question you should consider as an easy question. But though easy question can also come in the exam and you need to know the documents well, and that's why I'm adding these questions, but this question should be considered as an easy question for you. So what is the answer? Yeah, obviously the governance plan. Yeah, governance plan talks about exactly what is written in the question, the overall process of decision making, escalation path, and how do we ensure that we align to the corporate policies. Yeah, so that can go, option B is the right answer here. And you can map it to domain governance, because you need to select the governance framework, which includes policies, procedures, standards, which you need to follow as per the overall organization governance. And it also establishes escalation policy procedures to make sure that risks are handled and appropriate level of decision making is done throughout the program. So though when you learn about governance task, it doesn't say that you have to put all these things in a governance plan. But for that, your governance topic of program management standard helps you. You understand what are the components of a governance plan. that understanding is important for choosing the right document in such kind of question. So these are very good scoring question if you get such kind of straightforward question. Question number 174. You are managing a smart manufacturing program aimed at automating production processes and improving operational efficiency across multiple factories. Okay, so you are working for a manufacturing company. Yeah. The program has been in execution for a year and several component projects are delivering results as planned. Okay, things are going good. However, during a quarterly strategic review, the execution team identifies a new market opportunity that requires integrating a real-time AI-powered analytical system into the existing infrastructure. This additional capability was not included in the original program scope, but is now seen as a critical for maximizing the expected benefit. So we are talking about a change, we are talking about initiating something. Before approving the new component project, the steering committee asks you to assess whether the new project aligned with the program original justification, if the expected benefit and investment calculation need to be updated, the impact of the additions on the overall program feasibility and ROI. As a program manager, which document should you revisit to guide this decision? So overall focus is handling change. Yeah, that's very clear. But this question is not about change management process. It is not about which document will guide you, how do you request a change, at what level it get approved. Those things are not there. So if those things were there, my focus would be change management and governance. But even the option of change management and governance is also not there in ABCD when I was preparing it. So that part is easy to ignore. Now I need to understand that we have a new opportunity and this new opportunity is expected to be incorporated, and my stakeholder wants to see, is it really worth, how it is going to impact our overall justification, how it is going to impact our overall ROI. So seems to be the answer is pretty straightforward. Yeah, we understand the detailed analysis and justification of your program is available in a business case. And whenever such kind of critical decisions are made and we want to do an impact analysis, the right document which can give me the comprehensive understanding of what were the initial assumption and how we have planned it is my business case. So I can go with a business case without much of the problem in this particular case. So option A is your answer. Yeah. So sometimes we may think, oh, business case is something which we use in the program formulation phase. And once business phase is, when the business case is approved, then I need to focus on program charter. Yes, program charter also contain the alignment and high level reason and alignment with the organization strategic objective. But the detailed analysis, whenever we have to do during the change evaluation process, during the closure, we can definitely go back to the business case. Yeah, and we probably need to update it whenever the high level updates in our direction happening on the program. Yeah, so in this particular case, you can go with option A. So overall, we are focusing on task of a program manager, where the program manager is chartering and initiating the component project, but providing the foundation for exploiting the opportunity. In a way, this question also touches the task of positive risk exploitation because there is something happening. It also touches the task of managing the change. But here I'm just putting that, you are probably chartering it and you need to make sure that you evaluate the program business case and make sure that it is aligning to the organization strategic objective. So many tasks of your exam content outline may get attached to this particular question because it is touching many things. Question number 175. A financial service company is executing a regulatory compliance program to align its operation with a new government policy. During a review meeting, senior executive expressed concerns about tracking which program component contribute to overall strategic objective and financial goal. Okay, so it's like tracking the component to the benefits and the strategic objective. So this is needed. They want a structured approach to map expected outcome to program component and ensure alignment with the business priorities. Yeah, so that's the thing. So see, this particular information, that what kind of strategic objective we have and what kind of benefits we will have in this particular program is available in your program charter as well. It's available in your business case as well. Yeah. And the charter may not have a mapping. Yeah, charter may not have a mapping because at that point in time, components are not there. Mapping may be available in a benefits register also, most likely to be available in a benefits register also. That's there. So when I talk about options, so I can say, yeah, it is basically focusing on benefits and it is also focusing on mapping. So the roadmap also shows me the overall components and what benefits they are producing. Yeah, that's there. Yeah, even in that particular case, roadmap also contains it. But business case can be ignored from the option. Yeah, so I need to focus on ABC only because business case is basically about justification, basically about decision making. There is nothing like a fire happening here. Business case is like a fire document, very detailed content which needs to be securely discussed, not easily accessible to the stakeholder. That's a kind of a business case. Now, probably I need to think about benefits register, program roadmap, or benefits management plan. So register will be usually used when we talk about, I want to know where we are, how are we doing, what we have achieved. Again, mapping is also there, but that's the uses. The roadmap may also see a benefit and the component, but the overall primary purpose of the roadmap is how are we progressing, at what kind of timeline we are going to expect here, what is the dependency between various component. That kind of thing is more primarily coming from the roadmap. Whereas the primary purpose of benefits management plan is to provide a structured approach, yeah, to talk about how are we taking care of the benefits in the whole program. Yeah. So that way, you can definitely jump to this answer with the help of benefits management plan because you see the approach word is very clear and it is talking about I want to see a mapping and I want to see an overall mechanism of tracking it. In this particular case, the stakeholder is not interested in where we are in a benefit. Yeah. So if the stakeholder says, what we have achieved till now, then our pointer will start going to the benefits register. Yeah. So that way I can go with the benefits management plan. Yes, it is mapping to your task 1 of benefits management because task 1 of benefits management always focuses on benefits management plan. Question number 176. A multinational company is launching a strategic transformation program to modernize its supply chain operations. A new executive sponsor has recently joined and the company and wants to understand why the program was initiated, its expected benefit, and the justification behind the investment. The sponsor is particularly interested in reviewing the financial projections, okay, financial feasibility, and the expected return on investment before approving additional funding for the next phase of the program. Yeah, as a program manager, which document you should be providing to the sponsor? Yeah. So say we have a change of a sponsor that's coming in. The previous sponsor has already, or a previous sponsor along with the steering committee has already approved the program charter. Yeah. So program charter contains information about expected benefit. Yeah, that contain. It also contains a summary level information about the justification of it. It contains. Yeah. Now the question is basically focusing on financial projection, feasibility analysis, expected return on investment. Yeah. Such kind of things may not be there in your charter. Yeah, charter is expected to be summary level information. Now this particular person is a sponsor, he's a new person and has not been through the process of the business case review and approval and the program chartering thing. Yeah, so that's there. So I need to provide something important to him, and the question is also talking about, based on that I will take a decision that should we approve the additional next round of funding or additional funding for it or not. Yeah, so the stakes are also high. So when the stakes are high and the question is talking about justification and talking about should we do a future investment as well, I need to go to a comprehensive document which is called business case. Yeah. So in this particular thing, you probably get confused between business case and program charter. That's the two candidate option. Roadmap, not much relevant because it is not something that they want to see how these components relate and what kind of a timeline. Benefits management plan, some kind of information about benefits may be there, expected benefits may be there, but not justification. Yeah. So the whole purpose of benefits management plan is managing the benefits, not talking about why do we have these benefits, yeah, or why do we do this program when we have these benefits. The why part is missing there. So some portion of the why part is there in charter at a summary level, detailed why part is there in a business case. So by doing it, I can easily go to option A, which is focusing on business case. So yes, it is all about evaluating the program business case. It's a strategic alignment topic. Yes, we have done it before approving the program charter, but should not be considering it a one-time activity. I should be referring to it whenever I have a high-stake conversation happening. Question number 177. A global insurance company is implementing a customer experience enhancement program to improve claim processing and service efficiency. As the program progresses, the operational director requests a clear structured view of all realized and upcoming benefits, along with their ownership and measurement status. Yeah. As the program manager, which document should you provide? So finally, the benefits register has a time now. Yeah. So the answer is benefits register. Now it is not very obviously coming. Then you need to prepare a little bit. It's a very simple question. It's a clear thing. I want to understand where we are. It's a more transactional information. What are the upcoming benefits? Who is the benefits owner? It can also talk about what kind of a measurement status we have. Maybe it can also talk about which component is giving which benefit. Those all are your columns of the benefits register. Yeah, so this particular question is simple and it primarily focuses on the definition of benefits register. If you know it, you can easily find out. As we learned, business case is a critical, secure, comprehensive document, not generally shared. It will be complicated for a person to share, and it is a justification. It may not contain where we are right now. Benefits management plan basically on the approach only. Program roadmap is giving the view, but it is not focusing on the details related to the benefits which was asked in this particular question. So easy, straightforward question asking about benefits register. So there is a task in your benefits management, task 6, which talks about we need to maintain benefits register and record program progress to the stakeholders so that as per the communication management plan. Question number 178. A program manager is leading a digital transformation initiative for a healthcare organization to implement a centralized patient management system. During a steering committee review, several key stakeholders, including senior director and financial officer, expressed concern about how the program outcome will directly impact patients' care efficiency and financial performance. Okay, outcomes, yeah, program outcomes will be directly impacting patients' care efficiency and financial performance. And stakeholders are seeking clarity on how program aligns with the organization's strategic goal and how the intended benefit will be tracked and realized over time. So overall, the program manager, which document we should be able to use in this particular case. So I hope this is also a moderate complexity question. A lot of hints are very clear and we know which document is used here because it is talking about tracking of the benefits. So I need to see the output, outcome, benefit, and strategic alignment relationship. So I need to show that, okay, this program component is producing this output, which is producing this outcome will go into this benefit, and that particular information is needed. And we also need to talk about how are we going to measure and take care of the realization and tracking of these benefits. So by looking at it, your answer is pretty straightforward. You need to go to benefits management plan. As you understand, business case is a justification document. It is more about evaluating, should we do this program or should we make this decision or not? So whenever we are going forward with the program, whenever we are trying to change our direction of the program, and we want to take a holistic view of our profitability, that is the only place where we will use business case. The benefits management plan is basically meant for this question purpose only. The program charter contains the justification at a high level, gives us an approval for the direction, but does not cover the details. But again, this component level mapping is not there in a program charter as well. The output outcome will get identified as we move forward. Benefits register may have some information which are asked in the question, but it is not focusing on how the intended benefit will be tracked and realized over time. If I just read this part of the question actually I know what I have to select. Yeah. So this is something which is clearly giving you an indication that you need to select the benefits management plan. So yes, it is again mapped to task 1 of benefits management domain, because that talks about benefits management plan. Question number 179. A global retail company is considering launching a supply chain optimization program to improve logistic, reduce cost, and enhance inventory management efficiency. Yeah. The steering committee is evaluating whether the program aligns with the organization's strategic goal and whether the investment is justified. Yeah. During the executive review meeting, the CEO, CFO, and key investor required detailed information on the financial viability of the program, the projected returns on investment, the risk constraint and feasibility analysis, expected a business impact, and justification for funding. As the program manager, which document should you provide to the stakeholders? I would consider this question as a simple question. If this is also looking a little weird, then understanding of program management document is needed. You know, this is straightforward question which is talking about that you are probably in the process of program charter approval, and as a process of program charter approval, the senior stakeholder and the people who have eye on detail, CFO, they are looking for justification, and that justification will definitely come out of business case. Yeah, so that's a simple answer. You need to choose the business case. Other options, for a sake of argument, we can look into program scope statement is not yet there, because question is focusing on considering. Yeah, it is not yet launched. Yeah, it is considering. Benefits management plan is not the place to right now. Once we start planning, then we'll talk about how are we going to track and manage benefits. Program charter seems to be the output of this particular activity. We are thinking, yeah, we are not having that much readiness right now. So we are focusing on getting detailed information, which is definitely coming out of business case. So easy answer. If difficult, required more preparation. So it's strategic alignment, task 1, focusing on initial assessment and evaluating the business case, which is also a strategic alignment, task 5. Question number 180. A telecommunication company is executing a 5G expansion program to enhance network coverage and improve service reliability. One of the program components involve deploying fiber optics infrastructure in a remote area. However, after 6 months of execution, the implementation team reports several regulatory hurdles, high cost, and logistic challenges, making the component difficult to implement within the allocated budget and timeline. Okay. During the program review, the steering committee considered removing this component and reallocating resources to other high priority projects within the program. Before making a final decision, the committee asks you to analyze the impact of removing this component on overall program objective, how this change will affect expected benefits and ROI, whether the program still aligned with original justification without this component. As a program manager, which document should you refer for this assignment? So I would say that this one is little tricky, and probably we need to go very, very close and figure it out how we should choose the answer. So say in general, when I am doing this change, yeah, this process is about the change. And I have a one component and I'm thinking of this component in my program is getting stuck and I want to remove it. And I want to utilize these resources and the budget somewhere else. That's something we are doing. Now, the question is talking about impact assessment, yeah, impact assessment for a particular area. So yes, overall, we are following change management plan overall as per our governance policy. We are doing that. Yeah. But the question is not about the change management or governance policy for following. It's more about doing the assessment. Now, when I'm removing a component, I may want to see how it is overall impacting. So program roadmap is definitely an important element. Yeah. Program roadmap will help me in seeing where we are and how things will be going. It's an important element. The benefits management plan, not that much relevant here. Yeah. Basically, it is not an approach of benefit is much considered. So I can easily ignore the benefits management plan, though it has a component level mapping, but that mapping is there in the program roadmap as well. Benefits management plan is easy to exclude. Then program charter is definitely contains the strategic objective. Yeah, it does contain the details. Yeah, that's relevant. But most likely, yeah, in order to understand where we how are we really meeting the overall program vision, I can refer to a program charter as well. Then we have a business case. So business case contain the detail about the justification. Yeah, it contains the details about our strategic alignment. Yeah, it contains, and it contains more information than the program charter. That's there. Yeah, it is just not as an authorization document. Yeah, because authorization is also not in the consideration as well here. So it contains more information. Yeah, so when I'm doing impact analysis, it's again a decision making point. Business case is an important document for me. So overall, when I look at this question, these two documents becomes relevant for me: business case and program roadmap. Yeah, so you should be thinking about which one out of two. Now I need to go to the question again to understand what is they are looking for. So the steering committee asks you to analyze the impact of removing this component on overall program objective. Yeah, so I can find out objective overall impact with the help of business case as well. I can identify at some extent dependency on using a program roadmap as well. It's possible. How this change would affect expected benefits and ROI. The roadmap is not useful here. Yeah, for this question answer. Whether the program still aligns with original justification without this component. Yeah. More useful could be a business case here. Yeah, because here focus is on ROI, focus is on justification, and the a particular type of impact which is getting analyzed is how are we achieving our strategic objectives and the business benefits which we initially planned. Yeah. So in order to do that, and again, it's a decision making point, I better go to a business case. Yeah. So in this particular case, I will choose the business case option A. You may have a difference of opinion. There could be few questions on a boundary level as well. But overall, we should be agreeing at least 90% of the time in the artifact questions. But if you have a comment, please put it into the comment area of this video. So these were the questions I wanted to refer today. If you want to take a specific assistance in achieving your program management certification, PgMP, you can connect with us. I do provide mentoring for getting PgMP certification, which includes your assistance for your application as well, if that application is also not yet done. So you can connect with us and find more details about our mentoring services.